Advice to intellectuals: let no one represent you, meaning only when an intellectual stands on his own 2 feet, only when an intellectual operates, functions, lives on the basis of his own talent, progress, growth, learning, skill, knowledge, character, wisdom, and intelligence, and essentially everything else that he already has naturally as gift from the universe for higher purposes, for the achievement of meaning and greater realizations, and also that he has developed, grown, cultivated by himself on the base of his own consistency, perseverance, resilience, great fortitude, hard work, pains, and endurance. So essentially everything else that was both good and bad at the same time, he should and must represent all that he is, all that he represents, all that he has become achieved on his own and on his own only. He should and must be able to, under all circumstances and situations, represent and epitomize himself by himself and for himself, and not by or for the others. A government cannot be a servant, a slave to higher authorities, to bigger powers, to basically arbitrary authorities, malicious forces of the society that again work against the interests, needs, necessities, fundamentals of everyone and of the people in the society, because they have always cheated us, betrayed our interests, votes, supports, and basically subjected all of us to corruption, discrimination, injustice, inequality, and endless other sufferings in our lives that they are not going to solve anyways. So a government must never represent any government's leaders, rulers, ideologies in the world, but he must basically idolize himself. He should and must represent, hold on to, and adhere to his own ideas, concepts, ideologies, values, virtues all the time, and create and popularize different distinct ideas that are his own and not of the others. So obviously, the only fundamental advice and paramount piece of suggestion that the intellectuals must practice and that they always adhere to in their lives is not just their own authenticity, writing, creation, idea, virtue, philosophy that they must always be able to represent without any pressure, hesitation, difficulty of any kind, but they must also always stand up on their own 2 feet, represent all of their ideas, and basically be not represented by anything or anyone beyond, outside, external to themselves, no matter the repercussions, consequences, pains they face for that kind of refusal and rejection of power, arbitrariness, influence from governments, because an intellectual cannot be a sellout. And if he is a sellout, then all his knowledge, experience, pains, education automatically loses significance, worth, determination, meaning, anyways. So